Frank Mutz in his 9th season at the helm for Chaminade, another longtime high school coach, former Major League scout, also coached some teams in the Simi Valley. But it will just be some consultation as Kessinger remains on the mound with runners on first and second. Kessinger trying to find the strike zone. Carter Graham having an outstanding freshman season. Number 25, third baseman, swing and a miss. Hitting .348 with 18 RBIs and 1 home run. Those 18 ribbies do lead the team. Here's a nice shot of the powder blues of Chaminade, kissed by the sun. And he fooled him there with an off-speed pitch. Now Kessinger ahead in the count, 0-2, runners on first and second. Still nobody out. Positioned outside is Parks, you see the outside part of the plate. See where they go here. They go to second, but sliding safely back in is Riebenspeis. And he really set him up with the first 2 pitches there, as maybe just a reminder to pound the zone from Coach Dill. And Kessinger freezes Carter Graham for his first strikeout of the game. Reese Weinberg, the cleanup man, number 16, left fielder, also bound for UC Santa Barbara with his teammate Blake Mann. That lofty .419 average this year for the senior. Also has a home run, 17 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. Notre Dame defense does not play him to pull. Probably has a lot to do with the base runners on as well. And that time, Kessinger chips the imaginary paint to the outside corner. White hats, white unis. Last time we saw Notre Dame, they had the gold jerseys. And over to Hunter Green. Hunter Green with a quick tag, but the umpire says Riebenspeis slides under it. Very aware of the aggressiveness on the base paths. Here's your replay. Tough to see from that angle and a distance.
He got his hand in there before the tag.
1 out. Would love a double play ball here, Kessinger. That ball popped, hits the netting. Chaminade last year 19-10 overall, 13-5 in their Mission League championship season, their first league title since 2005. Chopper, third baseline, bounces off the stomach, it seems, of Grant Berman. So Berman did the right thing of keeping the ball in front of him, but all the runners will be safe. See the replay?
Number 6, shortstop, Andy Zane.
Regular third baseman Drew Litwin over at second because of that recent injury to Dalen Reyes. Took a ball off the foot last series. Berman, who has been fantastic when called upon at the plate, now at third base, getting his experience there. But bases are now loaded. That will be a error on Berman. But got to be thankful the ball stayed in the infield. And Kessinger still has a chance to get out of this inning. Andy Zane at the plate. A junior. Number 6, the shortstop, 368 hitter. Has 12 runs driven in. And the table is set for him right here. Kessinger, 1-1 count, 1 out. Looks to third. Notre Dame 17-7, 11-2 overall. Cannot clinch the league title today, but as they mount these wins, Harvard Westlake in second place. Getting toward the end of the season. Big strike there by Kessinger on Zane. Way outside, Jalen Parks keeps it in the backstop area. So some baseball fundamentals coming through, even though Chaminade getting these base runners. Bit of a pitch that got away. Parks, you see, keeping the ball in front of him. We saw Berman using his body to shield the ball. Still no damage, but Hunter Green in the hole at short. Throws to first. Perlmutter is pulled off the bag. Everyone's safe. And Chaminade has their first run and the first run of the ball game for an early 1-0 lead. So Green only had a chance at 1 out, and he's deep over toward third base. Can't get it over there. That will be the first hit of the game, an infield hit for Andy Zane, as you see him hustle it out, and Perlmutter just has to keep the ball in play. Scored that an RBI single for Zane. Reben Spies on the leadoff walk scores. Number 11, the catcher, Lalo Barone. Barone, only 38 at-bats this year, but he does have 2 home runs. That ties him for the team lead. Senior hitting .289 with 5 RBIs. 0-2 count, very slight wind here today, at least early on. Blowing toward left field. Blake Mann at third. Fouled off by Barone. And he sets down Barone for his second strikeout of the ball game.
Number 3, the right fielder, Jared Stark.
So base is still loaded, but now 2 outs. Kessinger will try to minimize the damage facing number 3, the right fielder. Jared Stark. Stark hitting .318 with 4 RBIs this season. Gets him to chase way outside off the plate. 0-2 count. Off the grip of the bat to the backstop. But each of these foul balls, of course, adds to the pitch count of Kessinger. Really working on him early is Chaminade. 1 run thus far. Kessinger, deep breath and the pitch. Another inside slider there. Only a sophomore. Right back up the middle. Hunter Green fields it. Tosses to second to Drew Litwin. And they get the force to end the inning. So bases loaded. They strand 3 runners, but they do plate 1. Chaminade takes an early 1-0 lead, but Notre Dame will take that. After all those base runners, you see a replay. Stark over to Hunter Green. And Green shows you just how fluid he is at short. Fielding it, tossing to the steady Drew Litwin to end the inning. Another angle. Just in time. So Chaminade on the mound, taking his warm-up tosses. Today's starter, left-hander Austin Sachin, coming in with a 0-0 record, but a 1.75 earned run average. The junior, he'll face a bit of a different Notre Dame lineup for that injury to Dalen Reyes, shifting the order. Noah Taylor will be the leadoff man. We usually see him in front of Hunter Green in the lineup, but he will be called upon.
Leading off for the ninth, number 11, the right fielder, Noah Taylor.
Here comes the right fielder. Taylor hitting .315 this season. One and one. Two home runs, 13 RBIs for Taylor. That ball drops foul right in front of the first base bag. And Noah Taylor down on strikes.
Now batting, number 27, the third baseman, Grant Berman.
So up steps Grant Berman, number 27, the third baseman. Primarily been a pinch hitter this year for the Knights and very successful at that. Now batting second in the starting lineup at the hot corner is the junior. Oh, 2 hole. .368 this season with 3 RBIs. He's 7 for 19 at the plate. 3 of those hits are doubles, making plenty of contact in this at bat, but fighting to stay alive at 0-2.
That was 68. The other one was 83.
Sachin mixing speeds. Got word the last 2 pitches were 68 and 81 miles an hour. Make that one 82. Looks like maybe a high curve he was going for there, or going for a curve that went high. 2-2 count the pitch. Berman lays off, and we have the full count. Berman puts it in play to third base, fielded cleanly for the ground out. Carter Graham, the freshman, making the play.
Now batting, number 5, the shortstop, Hunter Green.
Scored that 5-3 on the putout. So up steps. See a replay. Hunter Green, number 5, the shortstop. Swings at the first pitch. Green, 293 this season. 3 home runs, team leading 21 RBIs. Cover of Sports Illustrated. Incredible on the mound. Ball gets away. A pitching prospect who could probably be a position player prospect as well. There's that pitch again. 2-1 count. Hard hit ball to short. But short throw cannot be scooped out by the first baseman. as Andy Sane made the play. Looks like he had to put a little extra oomph on the throw.
Number 4, the first baseman.
So he hurls it over his shoulder, but unable to dig it out is Blake Clark. That will be scored an error on Clark at first. Josh Perlmutter up to bat. Number 4, the first baseman for the Knights. Team leading .390 average among the regulars. He has gone yard once, has 13 RBIs. Barone keeps the ball in front of him with Green at first. Three-one pitch. Perlmutter, full count, rarely strikes out. But he does there. So Austin Sachin faces 4 Notre Dame batters, strikes out 2 of them, and maintains this 1-0 lead for the visitors from Chaminade of West Hills.
Hey folks, snack bar is open. It is located just outside the stadium, right behind home plate. Great menu. Check it out. Chicken Caesar salad, hot dogs, chili dogs. They've got chili. Queso chips, fresh guacamole, pulled pork sandwich, and all the other stuff. Ice cream, cold drinks, candy, chips. Check it out at the snack bar, right behind home plate, just outside.
So I stayed silent there because you can probably hear Notre Dame PA announcer Kevin Maher reading off the menu of the snack bar, which is kind of becoming legendary here at Notre Dame. That menu alone might get you down to watch this ball game. Everything from Caesar salad to chili to ice cream. After this game, we'll be back next Wednesday as Notre Dame takes on St. Francis High. Joining me in the booth will be Jim Campanis Jr. Jim is the author of the book Born into Baseball. He hit 23 home runs at USC, which was second to Mark McGuire through 1988. His father was a catcher in the majors. His grandfather, both a player and an executive with Major League Baseball. Jim Campanis Jr. in the booth next Wednesday. By that time, Notre Dame, not to jinx it, but has a shot to already be Mission League champions. Blake Clark, number 4, the first baseman for Chaminade, his first at bat of the game. Kessinger faced 7 batters in that first inning. There's your standings. Harvard-Westlake with those 2 ties. Base hit by Blake Clark. Clark coming into the game hitting only 182 with 5 RBIs, lifting his average with a base hit. Bottom of the order for the Eagles. And Litwin with the double play. As the DH Stafford grounds into the 4-3 double play. See replay, Litwin way ahead of the runner at second. Easy throw to Perlmutter. 2 for 1. Jams up Riebenspies, walked and scored a run to lead off this ball game. Riebenspies lifts one to right field. Noah Taylor turned around a bit, but finally gets himself under the ball and gets the Knights out of this inning unscathed. Riebenspies lifting one to right field. Taylor looks toward downtown LA, then looks toward the sun for out number 3. Quick inning for Kessinger after a bit of a rough first.
There's 2 ways to follow tonight. So all the home games, like today's game, can be found at LivePlaySports.tv with great commentary by Patrick O'Sullivan. Play-by-play. All the home games. LivePlaySports.tv. So tell your friends and your family. Right now,
85 degrees.
and follow at GameChanger.com, home or away. Every play.
Summer is upon us, about 6 weeks away.
Leading off for the Knights.
And you really feel it in the valley,
Michael Whiteside.
usually the hottest part of Los Angeles. Designated hitter Michael Whiteside, 306 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. He gets jammed up there. 0-1. Whiteside, a guy who has been looking more and more comfortable at the plate as the season has gone on. Looks like he's been more attentive to just taking what the pitchers are giving him, because he does have that home run power. Comes in with a 4-game hitting streak. Has hit safely in 6 consecutive league games. Often mentioned he is a high school linebacker. I believe fullback too, because he does have some carries on his football stat sheet. Three-one count to Whiteside. And Whiteside draws a walk.
Now batting number 8, center fielder, Logan Pollock.
Here comes the senior number 8 center fielder Logan Pollock, 254 this season with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. at least from my eyes view, one of the most spirited players on this team. He always seems to be keeping the dugout loose. He also has 2 jersey numbers, which I have yet to figure out why. Sometimes number 14. He's number 8 today. He shows bunt. Pollock heading to the University of Michigan next season, who will, I believe, had the most players taken in the recent NFL draft. Oh-2 count. Fielded by the pitcher. He goes to second for 1. Whiteside with a clean slide that prevents the turning of the double play. So Pollock will wind up at first with a fielder's choice.
Now plate number 10, second baseman.
Sachin comes off the mound. Gets that out at second. But the Knights still have a base runner now with 1 out. Drew Litwin had 2 RBIs in the victory yesterday. He steps in. .205 this season. No home runs. 6 RBIs overall. We've seen him play third, short, and second, where he is at today. Litwin. Leading the team with 5 sacrifice hits. Sachin delivers a strike. One out, Jalen Parks on deck. Way outside, gets away. Running down to second is Pollock safely. Pollock does a little bit of everything. Three-one count. Sachin delivers. Looks like the curveball missed. High and outside. Walking Litwin.
Now batting number 20, the catcher, Jalen Parks.
So 2 walks this inning for Sachin. Runners on first and second for Jalen Parks. Comes in with a 111 average. Looking for his first RBI of the season. Part of that catcher rotation with Bronson Balholm, Justin Rorick. Junior. So we'll see who will emerge next year as the catcher, or if they have another rotation. We've seen Sachin go to that pitch over and over it. Looks like a curve, he's just not quite getting the break on. High. Most of the time he's gone to it. unless he's trying to really fool the hitters. Two 1 to Parks. You see Litwin at first. That's Pollock at second, and high again. So Sachin having some strike zone issues in the second inning. He's in another 3-ball count. Has 2 walks already. And the lefty will look to reset himself. Keep this 1-run lead for the visitors. But he misses high yet again. And it's bases loaded for the Knights in the navy and white. So Chaminade will talk things over and see what the plan is to try to get out number 2 and 3. Also next Wednesday here at Notre Dame, which is our scheduled last game of the season to cover for the Knights this year, we here at LivePlaySports.tv will have DVDs and Blu-rays of all the Notre Dame games covered by LivePlay this season, available right here at Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. That's 11 games. Includes the annual alumni game, which was the celebration of the 25th season of Coach Tom Dill. You can pick them up at the stadium, or you can order them online at LivePlaySports.tv. So you have the option of ordering online or coming to the stadium, and also digging into that snack bar I mentioned. Number 1, the left fielder, Devin Ornelas. He was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, kind of the hitting star of that victory yesterday. And he has himself a bases loaded situation. Also has the speed to beat out a ground ball. If he can put it in play, 1-1 the count, 1 out. So Sachin up high once again. It looks like maybe in those first couple of pitches, the visit to the mound from his coach and teammates kind of broke up the pattern. He got that ball down, but now back high. But that one is driven into right field by Devin Ornelas. And Notre Dame ties it as Logan Pollock comes home to score. And how about Ornelas in this series? Now 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs.
Now number 11, the right fielder, Noah Taylor.
Right down the middle, finding the opening. Tie ball game. Noah Taylor struck out his first time. He is tied for the team lead in hits with Josh Perlmutter. There's actually 4 players that have a shot at that. As he looked down the line, Taylor and Perlmutter with 23 each. Whiteside and Hunter Green with 22 each, so maybe a friendly battle in the dugout. See who ends this season with the most base hits. But the business at hand here is to break this tie. A 1-2 count, 1 out. Bases still loaded for Taylor. Thrust into the leadoff spot because of the injury to Dalen Reyes. And Taylor strikes out for the second time today, looking. Third of the game for Sachin.
Now batting number 27, third baseman Grant Berman.
Right-handed hitter Grant Berman grounded out to third in the first inning. Berman swinging away, fouls it off. One count. Berman's strong showing in limited play this season, his junior campaign, should bode well for him playing time wise next year. Low and outside. Austin Sachin, number 23. Berman lines one into the parking lot. And he rolls one to first for out number 3. So the Knights strand 3 runners, but they do get the RBI single from Devin Ornelas to tie up this ball game. 1-1 as we head to the top of the third inning. Talk about that Chaminade team last year, which won the Mission League title. That featured League MVP Nick Cale, who is now at the University of Washington, and also first round Major League Baseball draft pick of the New York Yankees, Blake Rutherford. That was considered a bit of a chance because Rutherford had committed to college. But the story goes the Yankees knew Rutherford was a huge Yankee fan, rolled the dice, and he's been playing pretty solid ball in their minor league system thus far. I think last time I checked, he was at 277 in single A. And of course, a similar situation this year with Notre Dame's Hunter Green, expected to go in the top 2 picks of this coming draft. But he is a UCLA commit. Lucas Gordon already committed to USC, the freshman pitcher we talked about at the top of the game. We notched the victory yesterday to improve to 7-1. Blake Mann walked his first time. Man, a sharply hit ball, but misses by about 3 feet. Of the foul line. Man to Green. Green keeps it in front of him, throws a first to Perlmutter for the out. See a replay.
Now batting number 25, third baseman Carter Graham.
Blake Mann, future USB player, grounds out to Major League prospect Hunter Green. High level of play, as it is every year in the Mission League. So many of these players move on to play college ball, minor league baseball, Major League Baseball. The decorated walls here featuring Notre Dame alums, Jack McDowell, Giancarlo Stanton, Tim Foley, Chris Dickerson, to name just a few. 0-2 count quickly to Carter Graham. Freshman struck out his first time up to bat. Graham leading the team in RBIs and doubles. Looks at strike number 3. So Graham 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. 3 total for Carter Kessinger. Kessinger. Slider. Reese Weinberg, the other senior, headed to UCSB as well. Weinberg first on the team in average and hits. 31 hits this season. Reached on an error in the first inning. Tough play for Berman at third. He dives, knocks it down, but Weinberg gets on once again. Sunset Group Realty replay just off the end of the bat, kind of waves at it. Berman goes to his knees and then falls forward. Ball knocks down. But by that time,
Number 6, shortstop Andy Sane.
Reese is over at first. Scored that one a hit, so it's been a single each inning thus far for Chaminade. Swinging away is Andy Sane, the shortstop, who had an RBI single his first time up, sliding, but the ball deep into the parking lot as Litwin didn't have a chance of that. Sainz second on the team with 28 hits, second in runs scored with 18. Weinberg at first has 7 stolen bases and driven foul. So Sainz just missing the timing on that. Runner will go back to first. Oh-2 pitch. Kessinger looks to first again. As we mentioned at the top of the game, 66 stolen bases for this team. They will send just about anyone. Weinberg's 7 stolen bases would probably lead some teams. But that makes him 5th on this squad. Swinging at an inside pitch, but tough placement. Hunter Green running behind to Grant Berman for out number 3. So Kessinger, after giving up 1 in the first inning, back-to-back scoreless. Game remains tied 1-1. There's Hunter Green. If you get a chance to look at that Sports Illustrated cover, the caption says, he's 17, he mashes, he throws 102. Hunter Green is the star baseball needs. And on top of that, it says baseball's LeBron or the new Babe, question mark. So get a chance, if you can, to read that article by Lee Jenkins. Only the 13th high school player ever to appear on the cover, and the first ever California athlete to do so.
Leading off for the Knights, number 5, the shortstop, Hunter Green.
Also, just looking at, according to MaxPreps.com, the overall stats, they've got Green at 99 career hits, so his next hit would be his 100th. 4 years on the varsity. Has 39 extra base hits in his career. He's 4 for his last 10 coming in. Reached on an error in the first inning. One count. The lefty Austin Sachin, the righty Hunter Green, and the pitch. Curveball hits the dirt. Call time. Sachin probably looking to keep the ball low. If he throws one of those high hangers he did earlier here to Green, Green could capitalize that. And he has himself a base hit, which I believe is his 100th hit of his high school baseball career. Hunter Green, they'll be talking about him for a long time here in Sherman Oaks.
Number 4, the first baseman, Josh Perlmutter.
Josh Perlmutter working on his hit total as well. Mentioned he is tied for the team lead in hits with 23. Perlmutter rare strikeout his first time up. Talk about his hitting a lot. But he's also done a fantastic job at first base this year. One of the best in the league I've seen at digging the ball out of the dirt on those short throws. And they will call a balk on Sachin, moving Green down to second. Perlmutter also getting on base 52% of the time this year. A .519 OBP. He's got his average up by 100 points. If you look at his junior campaign where he hit .294. Nearly 100. 2-1 count here. Green in scoring position. Perlmutter looking to give his team the lead with nobody out. Now a full count. And Perlmutter strikes out for the second time today. Words with the umpire.
Now batting, number 19, to the edge, Michael Whiteside.
Michael Whiteside, the DH, walked his first time up. Takes strike one. He's really been one of the hottest hitters for the Knights recently, especially in league play. The last 7 league games coming in, Whiteside 10 for 23, .435 average. Green goes, and he slides into third with a stolen base. No challenge, as Green got a great jump right on the pitch. Second stolen base of the season for Green. Whiteside tied for second on the team with 13 RBIs. Don't have the numbers on this really, but it seems to me he's been much better lately adjusting in his second and third at-bats. Looking more comfortable up there, coming up with some big hits. And there he goes. With his second at-bat of the game, driving a sharp base hit to give the Knights the lead. So Michael Whiteside's Mission League hot streak continues, scoring Hunter Green.
Number 8, the center fielder, Logan Pollock.
The DH. Designated for hitting, all right. 11 for his last 24 now in the Mission League. Logan Pollock just missing down the left field line, foul. Pollock, fielder's choice, his first time up, stole a base. Scored a run. It's also a 5-game hitting streak for Michael Whiteside. Pollock gets a piece of it. 0-2 count. And Logan Pollock with a hit by pitch.
Number 10, second baseman, Drew Littman.
First and second now for the Knights. And that'll be it for Austin Sachin. So pretty good line score, but he is pulled with 1 out. In the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gave up 2 runs, 3 hits. Struck out 4. Walked 2. Very manageable game. Ernest Adendorf, the sophomore, number 10. Another left-hander, comes in to relieve Sachin. Adendorf, 0-0 on the season, record-wise with a 2.40 ERA in 8 appearances. Does have a save as well. 9 strikeouts. He's pitched 11 and 2/3 innings, given up 11 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 8. There's your crowd stadium shot. That's usually the visitor's side. Of course, you can sit where you want, but they do tend to filter in near the visiting dugout on that side of Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. That's the platform atop the dugout of Notre Dame. Drew Litwin comes to bat. Walked his first time up. Litwin drives one, but a nice dive by the freshman at third base, Carter Graham, as Litwin goes down via lineout. So you see Graham just seeing the ball off the bat, motioning to his right, protecting the hot corner. Pinch hitter number 21, Chase Rowe, the junior, will bat for catcher Jalen Parks here. Rowe 0 for 5 this season, looking for his first hit. Pollock at first base. Not sure if you want to lead the team in this category, but that's his 7th hit by pitch. Take over the team lead. You want to get on base, but I would think if you have a choice, you'd do it with the least amount of pain possible. Not any fun getting hit by a 70, 80, 90 mile an hour baseball. Rowe pops it up, but foul. 1-2. Rowe lifts one. Stays in play, but giving chase to no avail is the Chaminade right fielder, Jared Stark. He was quite a distance from that ball. If he was playing closer to the line, he would have had a shot at it. But Chase Rowe will get another chance in the batter's box. Watching LivePlay we are at Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Notre Dame Knights on top in this one, 2-1 in the bottom of the third. Runners on first and second. Mission League baseball matchup. Notre Dame first place. Chaminade Eagles of West Hills third place. The defending league champions. We are getting toward the end of the season. The pitch by Eddendorf, fouled into the back netting, making some fans jump here. That's the thing about those balls coming at you. You forget that that net is there to protect, and can cause you to flinch. Not much time to think about it. Ball travels off the bat at quite a speed as well. Eddendorf gets Chase Rowe on the off-speed pitch for the big strikeout. So the Knights do take a lead 2-1 on the big hit by Michael Whiteside. But the sophomore Eddendorf relieves Sachin to keep the Chaminade Eagles and their Powder Blues in this ballgame. Sunset Group Realty bringing you Notre Dame baseball all season long here on LivePlaySports.tv. 25th season of Coach Tom Dill. You can't see it from your view, but one of the details of these Notre Dame baseball caps this year, they've got the caricature of Coach Dill on the very back of the hat. I've got one, but it's 7 3/8, so it doesn't really fit my head. I'm looking to turn it in for a 7 5/8 hat if anybody has one out there. Available for trade. We're up here in the booth at Notre Dame High.
Hey, don't forget the snack bar is open just outside the stadium. Chicken Caesar salad, hot dog, chili, guacamole, fresh queso, chips, guacamole, pulled pork sandwiches, all sorts of great stuff at the snack bar.
Other league games underway right now. Loyola at St. Francis, Crespi at Harvard Westlake. No scores for you on those, but they should wrap up about the same time as this one. Lalo Barone struck out his first time up, the catcher. Nice campus shot up Notre Dame. Kessinger trying to work the slider once again. Way outside, 1-0. A bit of a go-to pitch for him. We'll see him do that early in the count and then maybe go back to it on a 2-strike count. And that time, fastball. 1-1. Kessinger has kind of righted the ship, a little shaky early, but giving up only one run thus far. Grant Berman getting some work at third. Sets down Lalo Barone.
Now batting number 3, the right fielder, Jared Stark.
Couple of angles, Perlmutter. As they get him with plenty of room to spare. Swinging at the first pitch, number 3, Jared Stark, the right fielder. Fielder's choice his first time up the bat. One, two. Little flare to Litwin. He catches it on a hop. Not the ball on a hop, he just left his feet. And he, right after the play, Litwin looks out to Noah Taylor and imitates his own hop. Take a look at this so we can get an angle. Litwin with the catch. Litwin not the tallest player. Maybe suggesting, I think I might be able to dunk, guys. Got up on that one. Blake Clark, number 4. Singled his first at bat. Chaminade High, founded in 1952, this school. And Kessinger with a 1-2-3 inning finishes it with his 4th strikeout of the game. So 4 innings pitched now for Kessinger. And the Knights with a 2-1 lead, coming back up to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Adendorf back on the mound. For the Eagles. Always like to tap into the notable alumni of the schools that come through Notre Dame. Chaminade.
Knights leadoff man. Bottom half of the 4th inning.
How about former home improvement star Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Left fielder.
JTT
Ornelas.
with the Chaminade. Bottom of the 4th inning, Devin Ornelas, RBI single, tied this ball game. Showing bunt, he's 3 for 3 this series. He's now reached base in 19 of the 24 games he has played this year. A freshman. Two count. And Chaminade sets down Ornelas for the first time this series.
Now batting, number 11, right fielder, Taylor.
Top of the order, Noah Taylor 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Frustrating day for him. The right fielder looks at strike 1. Taylor with 6 career triples, 3 his sophomore season, 3 this year, his junior season. Leads the team in runs scored. Finds himself in a 2-strike count once again. Lays off. Even count, 2-2. Taylor fouls it into the Chaminade dugout, barehanded by one of their bench players. Throws it back into play over to Grant Berman. And Berman puts it in his pocket. Tail of the traveling foul ball. Lefty versus lefty, Adendorf. Taylor, slow roller coming off the mound, charging from second, and safe at first is Noah Taylor. So Reben spies he's got the speed at second, but this slow chopper just not enough to beat out the leadoff man for the Knights.
Now batting, number 27. Third baseman, Grant Berman.
Just in time. Grant Berman 0 for 2 today. Took some speed off that one outside. Berman will look for some consultation from third base coach Alec Moss. Berman sneaks one by the shortstop for a base hit. First and second with one out in the bottom of the fourth. Back-to-back singles by Taylor and Berman, setting the table for Hunter Green. Green reached on an air, singled and stole a base his first time, or his last time up. That was a infield hit as well. High and outside. That's one of the things you'll notice. Saw it with Rutherford last year for Chaminade as well. A major league level prospect, tough to get pitches to hit at this level as they dance around the zone. That one stays way outside. Green laying off 2-0. So it's really a matter of kind of have to be less selective. You get a pitch that's hittable. Might be the only one you see that at bat. Hunter Green rips one past the shortstop. Turning around third base is Noah Taylor, sliding into home for the 3-1 Notre Dame lead. Sunset Group Realty Replay. Hunter Green past the outstretched dive of Andy Sain at short. The throw from left could not beat the speed of Noah Taylor as he chugs around third. The beautiful slide, congratulated by Josh Perlmutter, who steps into the batter's box. Perlmutter 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts today as well, very uncharacteristic. Runners on first and second. 3 straight singles for Notre Dame. Perlmutter, maybe you're thinking of playing a little mano-a-mano with Taylor, as Taylor took the team lead for hits with that hit as the ball gets away. Can't find it. Is Barone. And the runners advance to second and third. Two-0 count, first base open, on deck. Michael Whiteside, the hottest hitter for the Knights lately. outside corner. Gets the first strike on Perlmutter. Adendorf, the sophomore, facing a pressure situation here, trying to keep this ball game manageable. 3-1. That's Whiteside on deck. Perlmutter at the plate. Grant Berman, runner on third. Hunter Green behind him. And Perlmutter full count. And he swings at a high hanging outside pitch, and beautiful placement down the right field line. 2 runners score. Perlmutter slides headfirst into second with a double. And he's once again tied for the team lead in hits. 4 straight hits for the Knights this inning. And now a 5-1 lead as Perlmutter, frustrated at the plate thus far today, saw a pitch that maybe would have been called a ball, but it was hanging on the outside part of the plate, and he's such an experienced hitter who can really spray the ball all over the field. Went opposite field, into right field, and gives his team a 4-run lead. Whiteside, RBI single his last time up, gave them a lead. This is a sharp grounder to second, but fielded cleanly by Revenspies for out number 2. So that ends the hit parade for the time being.
Now play number 8, center fielder, Logan Pollock.
Logan Pollock, center fielder, hit by a pitch his last time up, had a fielder's choice and stole a base in the second inning. Sneaks one inside. 1-1.
That was his second hit of the day, right? Yes. So that's his 101st.
Pollock stumbling off of third is Graham and losing his hat. And into the bullpen. Not playable.
Yeah, the first hit of the day was 100.
Runner on third, 2 outs. Edendorf high and outside to Pollock. Pollock reaching, perhaps trying to duplicate what Perlmutter did. Pollock, a switch hitter, goes right-handed against the lefty Adendorf. And Pollock turns on that one and drives it way deep into the campus, but out of play. Pollock does have home run power. He had those 2 games in the Boris Classic where he hit home runs in back-to-back games. You hear the crowd say, "Let's go, Lolo." I have actually an information sheet from one of the team mothers that his nickname is actually Lopo, not Lolo. She put those together for me. But hey, maybe he's got two nicknames. Pollock staying alive. Pollock, liner, but making the play at second is Rebenspies. So the Knights improve their lead to 5-1 as they finish the inning. The line drive out off the bat of Logan Pollock, but before that they got 4 consecutive hits from Noah Taylor, Grant Berman, Hunter Green, and Josh Perlmutter. It was Green with the RBI single, Perlmutter with a 2-run double. And the Knights with a healthy 5-1 lead now as we head to the top of the 5th with their man, the sophomore Carter Kessinger, still on the mound. The Dugan family scoreboard you see out there in right field.
Top of the 5th inning, leading off for the Eagles.
I think it's the track
Number 17, the DH, Keith Stafford.
and football field over the left field fence. Watching LivePlaySports.tv. There it is. Hollywood director Dennis Dugan, son of a former player here at Notre Dame. Big part of that happening. Kessinger starts off this inning with a strike. The DH up to bat for Chaminade. Number 17, Keith Stafford, roller to Litwin for the out. Stafford 0 for 2 now. Grounded into a double play to Litwin, his first time, and now a 1-out grounder variety there. So Kessinger getting him to hit the ball in the same place twice. Back to the top of the order for Cole Rebenspies. He's walked, he's flown out. He did score a run. He puts one atop the batting cage for a foul. Strike one. Rebenspies finds one there as even Drew Litwin can't get to it in the right field grass. And his fine season at the plate continues. Base hit for Chaminade's leadoff man. Kessinger.
Now to play number 2, the center fielder, Blake Mann.
This is a nice piece of hitting by Riebenspies. Blake Mann, the 1-2 punch at the top of the order. He's walked, he's grounded out, so looking to get on track, cut into this Notre Dame lead. Chaminade is certainly capable with these top flight hitters in the lineup. But Kessinger and his very impressive sophomore season on the mound continuing here today thus far. Future is bright with him and Lucas Gordon, only a freshman. Strike. They check on the runner. 0-1 pitch. Speared by Grant Berman at third, and he fires across the diamond to Josh Perlmutter. For out number 2, here's your replay. Sharply hit ball by Blake Mann. The fill-in third baseman, Grant Berman, smothers it, gets back on his feet, and over to Perlmutter for the out. It's got to be a nice confidence builder after the early error on Berman. One of the toughest positions in the field to play. That's why they call it the hot corner. Graham to Green. Green to Perlmutter for out number 3. Carter Graham tries to find the hole in the left side of the infield for Notre Dame as well, but Hunter Green follows up Grant Berman with a solid play to finish off the top of the 5th. Head to the bottom of the 5th. Looks like a new pitcher on the mound for Chaminade, their first right-hander of the afternoon. As we search for a jersey number, it looks like number 20. Can't see it yet. Suspense. Still can't see it. There we go. Number 21, the new pitcher. Tyler Uberstein.
Number 21, Tyler Uberstein.
Or Uberstein. Let's go with Uberstein. Or Uberstein. Let's go with Uberstein. That's it. We made the choice.
Leading off for the Knights, number 10, second baseman, Drew Lippman.
Uberstein coming in with a no win, no loss season. 2 saves and a .91 ERA. Drew Litwin up to bat. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Litwin been much more productive at the plate lately. 4 RBIs in his last 7 league games coming in. And he is one of their defensive stalwarts. Uberstein, a senior. One and two count. .83 miles an hour on the radar for Uberstein. Litwin gets jammed up. Umpire says strikeouts.
Now batting number 20, the catcher, Jalen Parks.
Jalen Parks was pinch hit for his last scheduled at bat. He did walk in the second inning. Two-0 count. Hitting 83 pretty consistently this inning. Is Uberstein. Catcher tried to frame that one. Umpire not fooled as Jalen Parks draws his second walk of the afternoon.
Now plate number 1, the left fielder, Devin Ornelas.
Devin Ornelas steps up to bat 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Good shot of how Uberstein holds the ball before his delivery there. Ornelas trying to do the old drag bunt. Was already running about 6 feet down the line, but couldn't get the bat on the ball. Uberstein 75 miles an hour on that one, so he is alternating speeds, trying to throw off these Notre Dame hitters. Been effective, his ERA suggests thus far this season. It's a nice curve on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Ornelas up the middle, past the waistline of Uberstein, and they get the out at second. Tough play to make it first. See the replay.
Now the plate number 11, right fielder, Noah.
Freeman spies. Flips it over to Sane. Looks like Ornelas would have had that beat. So Ornelas gets on first via the fielder's choice. Noah Taylor up to bat. He had his first hit of the day after striking out twice, scored a run. Throw down to second, goes into center field. As Ornelas was there way ahead of the throw. And he goes down to third. Devin Ornelas, 90 feet away from scoring another run for the Knights. 5-1 lead, bottom of the fifth. Taylor walks. Grant Berman steps up to bat.
Third baseman, Grant Berman.
Taylor on first. Berman 1 for 3 today. Had that fine play at third base moments ago in the field. Limited at bats, but Berman now 6 for 12 in the Mission League this year. That's a .500 average. 3 RBIs, most of those in a pinch hit role. Starter today, looks at a strike. About half of those in a pinch hit role now as he's. And that time he gets one by the third baseman, but Andy Sane making the play at shortstop. And the force out on Taylor at second. And Uberstein gets out of the jam, but the Knights maintain a 5-1 lead after 5 innings. Here's the play that closed the inning. Berman had a chance to get one into left field, but nice coverage. Backing up his man is Andy Sane, getting that force out at second. Carter Kessinger still on the mound for the Knights. The top of the 6th. Been real steady since that first inning. And he gave up a run. Hey, just a reminder, next Wednesday we'll be covering a game here as well. And Jim Campanis Jr. will join me in the booth.
They got pulled pork sandwiches. It's all at the snack bar just outside the stadium, right behind home plate. Check it out.
Jim Campanis Jr., the author of the book Born into Baseball. As a player, Jim, 23 home runs at USC. That was second to Mark McGwire through 1988. His father was a catcher in the majors. His grandfather, a player and an exec in MLB.
Number 16, left fielder, Reese Weinberg.
We had former player Ed Romero from Sunset Group Realty here a couple weeks ago, giving his thoughts on Coach Dill, who he played for in Coach Dill's first ever season at the helm, even followed him up from JV. Strike one. Therese Weinberg. Weinberg is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Make it 1 for 3 as Perlmutter takes care of business.
Now playing number 6, shortstop Andy Sane.
Number 6, the shortstop Andy Sane made that fine play in the field to end the bottom half as Kessinger comes off the mound. Tosses to Perlmutter for out number 2.
Now batting number 11, the catcher, Lalo Brown.
Kessinger really settling in. Lalo Barone 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout. Barone way up into the sky. Perlmutter calls off his pitcher and catcher, and right near the Notre Dame logo, he records out number 3. So quick work by Kessinger in the top of the 6th. Still Notre Dame 5 and the Eagles of Chaminade 1. Tyler Uberstein will return to the mound. Third pitcher of the afternoon for Chaminade. Hey folks, also next Wednesday, DVDs and Blu-rays of all the Notre Dame home games covered by LivePlay Sports.tv this year will be available right here at Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. That's 11 games. Includes the annual alumni game where the alumni took on the Varsity in honor of Coach Tom Dill's 25th season. That was right after the storm hit earlier in the year. Coach Dill's car was also damaged by that storm. Fortunately, he was okay. He also rescued some parents. He really added to his legacy that day, more ways than one. So that celebration we caught on video, that's available on those DVDs and Blu-rays. You can pick them up at the stadium or order them online at liveplaysports.tv. Plenty of Hunter Green action on those DVDs. In his final season of high school baseball with such a bright future ahead of him. And he gets another chance here. As today, another milestone. He picked up his 100th and 101st career hits. He's 2 for 3. Has a stolen base, has a run, has an RBI. You're seeing why he is such a fabulous all-around prospect on the mound and up to bat. Tough day thus far for the Powder Blue of Chaminade. Down 5-1.
Leading off the ninth half of the 6th inning. Number 5, shortstop, Hunter Green.
Green looks at strike one, now 6 for his last 13 at the plate. So if he really heats up here and he can lead into the postseason, could be golden for the Knights. One and two to Green. Green into right field. Trying to take a stab at it is Revenspies, but the ball took a bit of a weird bounce once it hit the grass.
Now batting number 4, the first baseman, Josh Perlmutter.
See that choppy hit ball. And Hunter Green with his third hit of the day and his 102nd of his career. 3 for 4 this afternoon. Josh Perlmutter had a 2-run double his last time up after striking out twice. Team's leading hitter average-wise. Team's leading hitter hits-wise, tied with Noah Taylor coming in, but guess what? Hunter Green now leads the team in hits with 25. Perlmutter and Taylor with 24 each. Green. Sizable lead at first, but runs back. He does have a stolen base already today. Perlmutter, and a nice stop at third by Carter Graham, but on the bounce, unable to secure the throw at first is Blake Clark. End result, runners on the corners for Notre Dame. And Matthew Hamilton will pinch run for Perlmutter at first. You see that replay. Nice stop by Carter Graham, but unable to dig out the throw on the bounce is Clark, and he's got to give chase. Scored that a hit for Perlmutter, his second in the afternoon, so now he ties Hunter Green for the team leading hits. This is ever changing.
Matthew Hamilton now running at first base.
And now the team's hottest hitter, Michael Whiteside, up to bat. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI today, walked as well. Whiteside in Mission League play, now 14 for 42, 333 average. Ball gets away, but quickly grabbing it with the bare hand is Lalo Barone. Nobody out. Just missing on the outside corner. Quick throw to first. Hamilton back into the bag. Hamilton scored a run as a pinch runner yesterday. Whiteside. That gives you an idea of the power of him, because he really just didn't get much of the bat on that ball, but drove it into the plate and it bounced up about 20, 25 feet. Whiteside with a little liner to left, scoring Hunter Green. And I think we are starting to see a little bit of an evolution as a hitter for Michael Whiteside, who probably was using the DH role a little more earlier in this year for his power, and now he is finding all different parts of the field to hit the ball for singles, for doubles, and when those pitches are given to him, he can drive them over the fence as well. But becoming a more and more valuable asset, Michael Whiteside, 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. And a 6-1 Notre Dame lead. Coaches have got to be pleased with Whiteside lately, even drawing that walk today. Showing patience at the plate. Logan Pollock. Oh for 2, stolen base, hit by a pitch. Bit of an adventurous line score for him. Switch hitter now moves to the left side of the plate against the righty, Uberstein, who looks at second at Matthew Hamilton. Pollock tried to get around on the bunt, but it's strike 2. On that Whiteside hit, it looked like he almost knew if he hit it too hard, he might have lined out the left, and he really just grooved that ball in front of the left fielder, which is exactly what they needed to get the runner home from third. Ball gets away, Hamilton to third, Whiteside to second. 2 more men in scoring position for the Knights with nobody out. In the bottom of the 6th, already 1 run in this inning. Just adding insurance for Carter Kessinger if he is indeed to return to the mound in the top of the 7th. .5:44 p.m. as it does around every game at this time. Shadow starting to creep over into the infield. Pollock, liner, foul down the first base line. Hottest game we've had here in a while, though, as it was 85 earlier. Most of these games recently have been in the 70, 79 degree range. 76 now as Pollock walks.
Now coming to the plate, number 10, second baseman, Drew Lipman.
Bases loaded, 4 consecutive Notre Dame batters have reached base, 3 via single, 1 by a walk. Drew Litwin He's got a walk, but he's 0 for 2. He'll step in. And a hit by a pitch on Litwin brings in another run.
Now batting number 20, the catcher, Jalen Parks.
Make that 5 straight runners to reach base, or batters, rather. And now Chaminade will regroup on the mound. Coach Frank Mutz. Umpire says, hey, let's get this game wrapped up. Here on LivePlaySports.tv, the Knights of Notre Dame 7, Chaminade Eagles 1, first place versus third place. Bases loaded for Jalen Parks. He's got a walk. He's got 2 walks. He was pinch hit for by Chase Rowe. But he's been the man behind the plate, working on a streak of his own, thrown out in 11 consecutive runners, looking to steal. Parks with a sharply hit ball. Carter Graham turns the double play. But Whiteside scores a run. So Notre Dame will trade the 2 outs for a run there as Parks puts the ball in play. Carter Graham made some nice plays over at third today. Chaminade does turn 2. Clark stays on the bag that time. But now we have Logan Pollock on third. 2 outs. Devin Ornelas up to bat. Ornelas 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a stolen base.
Not the plate, number 11, right fielder, Notre.
And another hit by pitch. I have on record that's the 3rd Notre Dame hit batsman this afternoon. Back to the top of the order for Noah Taylor. He's 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored, and a walk. Runners at the corners. Uberstein to Taylor for a strike. One and two. Ball gets away again. Another Notre Dame run comes home in the form of Logan Pollock. Ornelas on second. Taylor at the plate. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Uberstein, the right-hander. Taylor strikes out for the 3rd time today. But Notre Dame inflates this lead to 9-1. As we're heading to the top of the 7th, it will indeed be Carter Kessinger taking the mound. as they try to go back-to-back games with complete games from their starters, Lucas Gordon and now Carter Kessinger. So that's been the story thus far in these first 2 games of this 3-game series through 13 innings. Notre Dame outscoring and outpitching Chaminade 15-2.
Number 3, right fielder Jared Stark.
Jared Stark will try to start a rally for Chaminade in the top of the 7th, the scheduled last inning. Right fielder is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Kessinger still looks sharp out there. And looks like he's speeding up. Getting back to the mound, he wants to close this one out. Such a valuable asset for Coach Dill. On Kessinger's non-pitching days, he has been a tremendous hitter off the bench. 1-2 count to Stark. Kessinger has gotten the Chaminade hitters to hit into a lot of ground balls today. And there's another one right back up the middle. Litwin somehow makes a play. Fires over to Perlmutter, but not in time. But what an effort by Drew Litwin. See the replay. Didn't have a chance. But Litwin, who just has a nose for the ball, whether he's at third or second. Blake Clark, first baseman, 1 for 2 with a single. Dodges out of that one. 1-0. Jalen Parks seeing something, wants to talk it over, and Coach Dill will emerge from the dugout as well. Just a few words from Coach Dill, telling his sophomore, well, I don't know what he told him, but sure seems to be working all year long for these Notre Dame pitchers. Outside, 2-0. Fouling one off. 2-2. Kessinger listed at 6 feet tall. Grounder to Hunter Green to Litwin. Turns a bit of a stall, but in time to Perlmutter for the 6-4-3 double play. It's been much of the story getting these ground ball outs today.
Now batting, number 17, the DH,
So
Keith
even
Stafford.
when Litwin has a bit of a glitch right here, he still gets it off in time. And Perlmutter with the lean, but the foot still on the bag. Second double play. And that is a third out of the inning and the end of the ball game. So the Notre Dame Knights continue to roll along in the Mission League, 18-7 overall, 12-2 in league play, staying atop the standings at first place. Carter Kessinger, sophomore pitcher, goes the distance. Following up his freshman teammate Lucas Gordon going the distance yesterday.
That's the ball game, folks. Notre Dame wins it. 10 hits, 1 error, 9 runs, Chaminade, 2 runs on 5 hits, and 1 error. Series picks up Friday at 3:30 at Chaminade.
These teams will play Game 3 of this series Friday, May 5th. This Friday, 3:30 p.m. at Chaminade. Then Notre Dame starts their season-ending Mission League series against St. Francis on May 8th. We'll be back with you on LivePlay next Wednesday, May 10th versus St. Francis. By then, the Mission League standings might be quite clear as the Knights set out a goal this season to win the Mission League championship. And thus far, the blueprint looks pretty good. So Carter Kessinger, the story on the mound today. Hunter Green, 3 for 4 at the plate. Michael Whiteside continues his hot hitting as the Knights notch another victory from Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Sherman Oaks, California, on the campus of Notre Dame High School. Sunset Group Realty has helped us bring you this game here today on LivePlay. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.